On today's little adventure, we're here in beautiful Monarch Canyon. This is just a really cool little place to go. And the formations here are just really neat. Now this up here is an old dry fall. And so you came down this canyon, which in its own right is a very beautiful drive. And this used to be a wagon road to a mine and a mill. It's a little bit further up inside the canyon. Sorry about the wind. Very windy today, which is good. So people are wondering, Monarch Canyon's in Death Valley. So the wind is kind of a nice little bonus for today. Let's go over here to the fall. There's the fall. Now, this used to be a wagon road. And until about the 1920s, people were still using it to get down into this canyon. And because I am in Death Valley on this trip, my backpack is extra heavy. I'm carrying 8 liters of water. That's kind of what you need out here. And you can see where the road used to continue on down through here. So let's go ahead and now we're in the canyon. And now the wind has stopped. Isn't that nice? This here is the only place I don't like about this entire hike. It's not as big and full as it usually is in the spring. And I've come through here to where you can't even see the trail. And I don't act like it, but I am very careful about snakes. I've even come through here when this was knee-deep water, which that is a sight to behold. It's been a while since I've been back here. I'm trying to remember the best path to take. And you can jump down there. Sometimes staying in the wash is not your best bet. We already have ourselves a nice piece of rail. Probably came from the mines that are way up there. I won't be doing those mines this summer. It's a several mile hike, which on its surface is not that bad. It's just it gets really hot and stuffy up there. So this is what I wanted to show you. Now, some call this the Monarch Mill or Monarch Canyon Mill. It was originally known as the Indian Mine Mill, and people just called it the Monarch Mill because where it's located in Monarch Canyon. Discovered in 1905 by a gentleman named Ishmael. I just like saying that name, Ishmael. The Indian mine, which is up there, he worked it with his partner until about 1906. Probably most likely quitting work after the San Francisco earthquake. And a lot of people don't realize is San Francisco was one of the main trading areas for mine stock. And after that earthquake, it threw the mining industry into disarray for a little bit. Between 1906 and 1909, Ishmael sold the mine to the Keen Wonder Mine, but turned around and leased it for 21 years. In 1910, that's when this mill came about. He purchased it and shipped it down here. So it's a single step Neosin. It had amalgamation, which is mercury. The ore wasn't constant. By October of 1910, the mill wasn't running continuously. And between October of 1910 and April of 1911, the mine was idle. And the mill and mine operated off and on until June of 1912. And after that, it kind of fell off the radar. The mine is over there. So they would load the ore into the cart, move it along here. This was the top of the ore chute. And it would slide down. It gets a little bit slippery down there, so as far as I'm going, down to the ore crusher. Eventually, they stopped using the crusher or the amalgamation table, and they would just crush the ore to make it more manageable to get it to an actual refiner. So let's go ahead and start heading over to the mine area. Here's the mine. As you can tell, it's not that far away from where the ore chute is. Some track there. Used to have a shack over here. It collapsed many years ago. Let me go ahead and get my lights turned on and go ahead and enter that. Talk to you in a bit. I'm ready to go in. I placed the backpack right there, so it's kind of out of the sun. And many people wonder about safety. I know I go into these mines and caves by myself majority of the time, but there is some safety involved. First is, got that, and that is an inReach system, now owned by Garmin. As you can tell, mine, I've had mine for such a long time. It's still DeLorme, and Garmin bought out DeLorme. I've had that for years, so it's definitely not affiliated in any way. And what I do is, I have a bad habit of not letting people knowing where I'm going. But that little unit there, I always keep it someplace outside. Like here, I got it in the shade, but the antenna still has a clear view of the sky. And if I don't return, or my friends don't hear from me, they can at least ping the unit and see where I am. I know, it's a bad habit of mine. Yeah, there's no excuse. It is a bad habit. And I don't recommend people doing that, because I'll be the first to tell you, it is stupid. But I get so excited about the places I go as I slide in on my bed that I forget to inform people. And about the time I remember, I'm out of cell phone range. Let's see here. There we go. Look at that gobbing. That's cool. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. I just accidentally turned off my camera. So, you got a winds. Let's see if I can get closer, see if I can look into it. Look at that windlass. That is really cool. Ow. That is neat. So it looks like it goes down, but that's the one thing is, I am by myself, and I don't like climbing up or down sections. That is cool. That really goes up there a ways. Let's see if I can get this up in there. With that, I'm going to call it the end of today's trip. If you made it to the very end of the video, I really appreciate it. Hopefully this gets you excited to get out and do some exploring on your own. If it does, have fun. Most of all, be safe.